Welcome into Coach's Corner. It was a pretty busy few days for the Sioux City Cardinals boys soccer team as they won their sub-district and their district final to punch a ticket to state. And we have head coach Eric Galvin for the Cardinals soccer team here with us, and I want to say thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's kind of start with Saturday's matchup against Kearney Catholic, the district final that punched your ticket to state. Walk me through how that game unfolded.
We really didn't know much. We couldn't find very game film on the game, so we just prepared like we usually going to play the #1 team, which is ourselves. So the day before we practiced with our other 11, and we just told play, which is, keep the ball, take control of the ball, be patient on the ball, and once the ball starts moving, the opportunities will come.
You talk about preparing to play the best, and then obviously you guys are the 1 seed, so as of right now, you guys are technically ranked the best team. What does it do when you're practicing against the best every day? What kind of players can you build that way?
Oh, I think we don't have a difference of our subs. So our next 11, they're just as talented than our starting 11. So at practices, when we do go on 11v11s, it's very competitive. We never know this. Sometimes the backup 11 surprises and dominate the starting 11. So it's really nice to have 24 players that can compete at that level.
Absolutely, and you're one of the final 8 teams standing. Was that the expectation coming into the year? What were the expectations coming into the season?
The expectations were just compete, give me your all, and the #1 seed is the consequence of their hard work. That's what we tell them. Your hard work's going to dictate where you're going to end up, and I think the boys took that to heart, and now we're #1.
Talk about the boys right there. Talk about some of the key players, whether it's the skill on the soccer field or the leadership they can show on and off the field. Talk about your boys.
So our back 4 consists of 3 seniors and 1 junior. The back 4 probably have been together the last 3 years. I know we have our captain, Luis Manzo. He's been a 4-year starter. Roman has been a 4-year starter. Greco, he was a starter since our freshman year. So they know each other very well, and when one has to press, the other covers, and then the other balance. So they're very familiar with each other, and I think the back line has been a big key for us this season.
Absolutely, and kind of elaborate a little more on your history with Sioux and what it means to kind of be leading the charge for this Cardinals program.
Oh, it means a lot to me. It's my alma mater. I played there from 2008 to 2012, and I knew I wanted to come back at some point and coach, and I did in 2016, and I've been here ever since.
Since 2016, kind of how has the career been there? What have the history of the program been like since you've been there?
I was an assistant for Coach Lupe. We made 2 state final appearances, lost 1 and won 1 since then. And we've been in state the past 3 out of 4 years.
You start with Mount Michael on Thursday. What's the game plan going into that one?
I think the game plan is the same as always. Go, control the ball, be patient on the ball, and wait the opportunities to come, not to get desperate, and just be very patient, control the ball, and the opportunities will come.
As a coach, you've probably got to preach one game at a time, stay where your feet are, don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
But let's say, for the sake of argument, you guys do claim a state championship. What's that moment going to feel like for you as a coach?
I probably won't have any words to describe it. I know the biggest feeling I'm going to be is the proudness of the boys, of their hard work, the early 5:30 in the mornings, and then the late 8:30, 9 p.m. practices. I'm just going to feel very proud of the boys. I think that's the biggest feeling.
The success you guys have seen throughout the years since you've been there in 2016, what does that do for the younger kids that are in junior high or, elementary school that kind of see the success of the Cardinals and like, I want to be part of that? Is that something that you can feel throughout the school system?
Yeah, definitely. So last week, the middle school coach invited myself and I think it was 9 players. We went and had like a little press conference with the middle school, and they were able to ask the boys what it was like. Their daily routines, and you could see it in their faces that they were eager to get to that high school level and play.
But we talked a little earlier about, there's only so much you can do as forming a soccer player in about a 3-month season. Yeah. Talk about the importance of these kids buying in outside of the Sioux program, of committing their time to club teams and forming their game that way. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we tell the boys that it's important they play on the off season because in 3 months it's very hard to teach them very technical stuff, so we have to focus on the tactical. And if they play throughout the summer and compete at the club level and go to high tournaments, their level is going to be a lot higher than those that didn't play through the summer coming into the high school.
What about soccer specifically here in Siouxland is special to you? Because obviously, like you said, you graduated from South Sioux.
Yes.
You wanted to come back. What makes this so special?
I just think that I can keep the tradition that was instated to me back when I was in high school. I can keep that going and let them know what a privilege and honor it is to play for South Sioux.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for Coach's Corner. I want to thank you, Coach Galvin, for stopping in and chit-chatting some Cardinal soccer with us.
Thank you very much.
You bet.